and gentlemen, this is Katie Huff with Katie Huff Ministries, and I'm so excited that I have my friend here, Rob Renee from Texas, who is like a health guru, who knows how we're all going to get healthier through his quantum energy health solutions, and he even puts in a little exodus from the Bible for us to obviously we want to be spiritually and physically healthy, and through his products and his heart to serve and make people healthier. I'm excited that he's here to share with you his incredible supplements, or they're not even supplements. This is so different than anything you've ever experienced.
So, hold on, you gotta listen to this. It's a fun story,
and it is amazing. And we all have to be obviously on a constant and never-ending improvement process for our bodies, mind, and soul. So thanks, Rob, for being here.
I love the way you said that, because that's what I really like to focus on is the mind, body, and soul.
Amen.
Because it's so important that we have a relationship with Christ first, right? But then He made our bodies so wonderfully that what we need to do to get healthy is to give our body what it needs, and then you can start getting healthy. And so, I think that's super important.
So tell us about your product and how you got started in this.
Yeah, so it's a crazy story. So let me start off with the early part of my life.
Sure.
I was an athlete. I was a runner, and I got into running with my older brother ran. I'm like, okay, I do the younger brother thing. I'll try it, and I ended up being pretty good at running, and I ended up winning a bunch of races as a young kid. And I ended up reading this book that was really impactful. So this book is important. It's called Eat to Win. And this so the cool thing about that book is I learned how important what I ate actually fueled my body. And that was the transformational for me from a running perspective, because at the end of the race, I was the one with the most energy. Right, so I could finish the race faster than my competition because I knew how to fuel my body.
Awesome.
They're eating hamburgers and hot dogs and pizza, and I'm eating healthy foods. And I'm like, why does this guy always beat me? And God gave me a talent, so it was neat. But that was really important. Foundation is understanding how important nutrition was to my body. But it's something that for many years I ignored. Right? So my story is, my goal in life was to be a professional runner. So I literally had made the U.S. junior team. So I was the second best miler in the country.
That's awesome.
And I was on my way. I got a full ride scholarship to a Division I school. So I was just like, I thought, okay, this is it. In the next couple of years, I'm going to make the U.S. team, and I'm going to make money as a professional runner, which is something that when I was in college didn't happen real often. So, but anyway, then I was out on a training run in the winter, and I got hit by a truck.
Oh my gosh!
So it was brutal. I literally.
You survived, thank God.
Yeah. So it is a miracle that I'm here. The truck hit me in the hip and threw me 36 feet. So it was from here, a long ways, right? And I landed on my face, and I was unconscious, and I had a bloody nose earlier in the run, and that bloody nose clogged my throat. So I'm laying on the side of the road, unconscious, and throat that was clogged, so I couldn't breathe. So it is a miracle that my friend knew that I had a bloody nose. He could tell I was not breathing, and he unclogged my throat.
Wow.
Or I wouldn't be here today.
Praise God.
Right? So praise God. Right? It was like, and then so that process made me realize that I'm on this earth for a different reason.
And he has a plan, and
yeah, he had a plan, and I went through a depressed period of time in my life because I'm like, this was everything I had been working my entire life for, right? And that's what I wanted to do, and I loved it, but and I lost it. And I'm like, okay, this sucks. But at the same point, I had a good degree in college, and so I went into sales and had to provide for my family, so I did that. And but I got into what I say is the system, where it's like, okay, you got to go to college, you got to get a degree, and then you got to go get a good go to work for a big company, and that big company is going to give you a pension and give you. But now there's no longer pensions. There's then there's the 401ks now. So I was in that system for a really long time. But then guess what? the second truck.
Oh my God.
The second truck is the same truck that hit everybody, though. The second truck is what I call the second truck is COVID.
Oh yeah.
So I was in this corporate job and I was selling, things were fine, and then COVID hit, and guess what? I lose my sales job because I can't travel.
Right.
And
no one's opening
no one's opening their doors, and so I was like, what the heck is going on? And it was really a blessing for me, the second truck, because the second truck got me, my brother opened me up to Mockingbird Media and understanding that our information is controlled.
Oh yeah.
And I never knew that. So I really kind of got red pilled or whatever they call it.
Oh yeah.
It's like I realized that I was in the matrix this whole time of my life, and now I'm starting to understand what's going on in the world. And that was from an information perspective, that really made me mad. It's like our information is controlled, and then with COVID, this is where the early story of me reading that Eat to Win book, it came full circle, because then I started doing research on the medical industry and how our medical systems got taken over, our medical schools did early on with the Rockefellers and the petroleum-based pharmaceuticals. And I was like, wow, that's nefarious, that's not very good, that's really bad. I started understanding how many people were on pharmaceutical drugs. And right now the average senior during a year period takes, guess how many prescription medications in a year?
In a year?
Yeah.
Consistently or just
in how many prescription drugs do they take?
seniors? I would say probably at least, I'm guessing 20 to 30.
Yeah, so 15 is the average.
Yeah, see?
Which is, it's like astronomical though, right?
It is.
It's like,
It is.
It's sick.
Right.
Because
they give you this pill, and then you have the side effects, so then you have another pill, and it's
right.
a dominoes effect.
And that's all they treat is the symptom,
Right.
and then they're specialized. And I love doctors and nurses, so don't get me wrong.
Yeah, I'm an RN.
Yes, exactly. So we love you. But at the same point, the system is messed up. So we need to fix the system. But what really got me to really start doing that research was like, okay, this is all messed up. And then that knowing that God made our bodies wonderfully, and they started vilifying doctors for talking about vitamin D.
Right.
Right? It's like vitamin D is from the sun.
Exactly.
Well, what the heck? So that's why that early nutrition was important. I'm like, okay, there's something wrong here. So what can I do? I'm just a little guy who I'm not a doctor. Right? I was a sales guy, but I was an athlete. I'm like, what can I do? So I figured the way I could help society was create supplements. And so I figured I would go craft some supplements. But during that process of crafting a supplement, I was introduced to a mad scientist. And this mad scientist, he said, have you ever heard of quantum energy?
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, quantum what?
Yeah, exactly. You want what?
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
So I'm like, I have no idea what this guy's talking about. So they explained to me this product they
Did I need to have a math degree to understand quantum?
Yeah, do I need to go, exactly. Do I need to go get a doctorate degree to understand what this is? And the doctor explained this, mad scientist explained it to me, and I didn't understand it. So I'm like, let me go do some research. So that, I guess the good thing about this whole process is I started doing my own research on everything. So when I got the Mockingbird Media thing, I didn't believe it at first. So I went and did my own research, and guess what? I couldn't disprove it. I found out it was true.
Wow.
The medical, COVID hit, and I'm like, I need to go do my own research. I don't believe what the narrative they're telling me anymore. I'm going to go do my own research.
Right.
And so that's the same thing I did with this quantum stuff. He's like, he gives me this patch. He says, yeah, just put this patch on your body, and it's supposed to help you. I'm like, how is that little sticker going to help me with anything?
Right.
And so I didn't understand it. So I went and did research, and I'm like, oh my gosh, our body is made up of energy. I didn't know that, right? So
every cell has a polarity, right? It has a positive or negative.
And it interacts, our cells interact with vibrations,
Exactly.
which what are vibrations are frequencies. So I'm like, oh my gosh, okay, so our body's made up of energy, that's important, I didn't know that. And then I started understanding about frequencies. I'm like, what is frequencies sounded weird to me.
Right.
But then you understand when you do research on frequencies aren't everywhere.
They are.
Frequency, light is a frequency, sound is a frequency, color is a frequency. So, the radio that you listen to is a frequency. So you're like, oh wow, frequencies are everywhere. So okay, so now the body's energy, frequencies aren't weird. And then he said this other thing is like, yeah, we put intentions for the problem into the product. I'm like, intentions? So you have what, a good intention, a bad? And he said, yes, and intentions. And then so I'm like, what does he mean by that? So then I went and did research on that, and that's where I was led to Dr. Emoto. Have you heard of Dr. Emoto? You know, so it's that blew my mind. I'm like, I looked at his studies on water, and I read his book about water. What is it called? His book. It's like something in the water. I'll have to
can't remember.
Yeah, dang it. I usually have the book with me, but it's an amazing book. What the cool thing about it is he did all these scientific studies on the effects of water with different frequencies and different intentions. And it was just beautiful, these crystals that were done with positive intentions and or good frequencies versus the non-ones. And then he did the experiment with rice, and that's the one that really got it, because he did this experiment with 3 jars of rice. And for 30 days, he did 3 different things to these jars of rice. The first one, he said, I love you. He literally would talk to the rice and say that I love you and give it a really good intention. The middle one, he'd say, I hate you. And he would swear at it, and he'd get mad at this middle one in a real way. He would, and then the third one he would ignore. So after 30 days, so he did that straight for 30 days, and at the end, the result is phenomenal. The first one that he loves is still white. It's a little murky because rice has been in water for 30 days. But the middle one was disgusting. It was just moldy and gross. It's like, how does that happen? Right? This one was white. How does it? And then the one he ignored was almost as bad as the middle one. So then I understood that frequencies and intentions are real. So intentions, your intentions towards something, you know how they teach you in gardening school to talk to your plants?
Yes.
It's
yes.
real.
It's
like totally real.
Yeah.
And this stuff that I was like, come on, it can't be real.
You're like,
Then I research it and I'm like, oh my gosh, it is real. So then your body's energy, frequencies are real, they're all around us, and then you hit the intentions, and intentions have a physical impact on things, and I'm like, that's incredible. And then the third thing we put in the product are Bible verses. So I'm a Bible-based Christian, so I love the Word, and I know that God made our bodies wonderfully and fearfully, and it's incredibly complex. And if we give it what it needs, back to my new early nutrition days, if we give the body what it needs, it can heal itself. God heals us, not any supplement, not any product. God is the ultimate healer. What we need to do is give our bodies the ability to heal and set it up for success. And so that's what we've been doing with these products. And this quantum energy skin patches that we have we infuse the frequency, the intention, and the Bible verses on these patches. And we do that, it's really similar, like if I have my cell phone and I'm going to send you my contact information, I'm going to airdrop it, right? So I'm just wirelessly sending you something. And that's how we program these patches. We put this little structure on top of the patch that can hold information, kind of like a computer chip can hold information, and then we wirelessly transmit that information to the patch. And then the patch, when you apply it to your body, it connects to that energy system in your body. And then it starts to get to work. So that's the stuff I'm starting to get it, right? I'm like, oh my gosh, the frequencies are real, intentions are real, the Bible is real. You put these all on a patch and you apply them to your body, and it starts to have an effect. And then we saw the results, and that's what was really cool. I'm like, okay, now I understand it. Let's go try it with our community. And we tried it with our community, and our community loved it. They're like, this pain product, I've had this pain for X number of years, and I no longer have pain. Like this one woman had that shoulder pain she'd been a casino card dealer for a really long time, and for 10 years she couldn't lift her shoulder. She couldn't wear a purse because the purse would always fall off. She went to one of our events and we gave her a sample. She came back an hour later and she was in tears. And I was like, what's wrong? And she's like, she lifted up her arm and she was just like, get just a huge smile on her face. She was, I haven't been able to do that in 10 years.
Wow.
And I'm just like, praise the Lord, you know,
Amen.
this is so amazing. She came back the next day and said, guess what? And I was like, what? She goes, I was afraid she was going to say something wrong or bad. I'm like, oh no, what's that? She was like, I was able to sleep last night for the first time in a really long time.
Awesome.
Because she was able to roll over and it didn't hurt her. So it's like, wow, Lord, this is amazing. So we've got hundreds of stories of like that with the skin patches where they just help people. And without drugs, there's no side effects, and we're just, our heart is to help people get off of them. And then one of the things that we do as well, that I think is really important, is we have a prayer guide that goes along with the product. So you need, it has Monday through Sunday on the guide, and you literally read it, and you read it out loud. So your eyes are reading it, your mouth is declaring it, so you're declaring the word, and life is in the power of the tongue.
That's right.
And then you hear yourself say it, then you apply the patch. So you're using 4 out of your 5 God-given senses every day to help you with your issues. And so, like I said, we believe the Lord is the healer, and we're just giving our body the mechanism to heal. So if you can get your body in a good state, then your body can start to heal. So we just want to help your body get in a good state, so then it'll start to heal. So that's been really fun. So that was a quantum energy story and how we created that, and that's been super fun. We have 14 different products, so literally there's pain and anti-anxiety and allergy and weight loss and lots of different products that are amazing, and they're really helpful. So we've been trying to follow the Lord in His lead, and that kind of leads us to the Exodus thing that we talked about. So if you want to,
because the Exodus obviously is in the Bible, in case you didn't know. And there's 7 biblical ingredients for the comprehensive health that you guys have with this new product called Exodus, right?
Yeah, so Exodus is...
Share with us. Obviously, we know it's an incredible book, but now we have something that what was said in Exodus is put into the supplement, is what I'm understanding, right?
Yeah, it's so much fun. So we're rebranding the company to Exodus Strong. So we have QE Strong and we have Exodus Strong. But Exodus Strong is exciting because we're releasing this new product called Exodus, and it's a biblically inspired supplement. It has 7 biblical ingredients. Those ingredients are organic barley, organic wheat. It's got saffron in it. It has cumin in it. Has aloe in it, and it has frankincense and myrrh. And the combination of those 7 biblical ingredients are awesome. It's like taking 7 different supplements in one. So you don't have to take 7, you can take 1. But yeah, exactly.
That's all we do in the morning, right?
Right. But the cool thing, and that's really, the combination of those are great for your gut health. And as you know, as a friend, your gut is the core of everything. When you get your gut healthy, then other things can start to work the way they're supposed to work. So that's important. And then also those combinations helps with energy. So it gives you the right nutrients you need and energy. So it's really powerful, that part. And then we have what I call the secret sauce, right? It's like the molecular hydrogen generating blend. And so this is the really part that's got me so excited that I just can't wait to get this product out to the world, because I know the positive impact it's going to have on people's lives. So this product, this molecular hydrogen product, when it gets inside the body, it acts as a master antioxidant. And what does that mean? That sounds like a lot of words. But what it does is it gets rid of the free radicals that are in your body, so the bad cells that are floating through your body. It attaches to those and exits them out, Exodus, and we call it exit the old you, right? So the old you who is not in great shape or not in great health, we're going to exit that and bring in the new you, and doing it through this product. But that master antioxidant is really important because it keeps the good cells and works at the mitochondrial level to improve them. So it really works with great mitochondrial support and exits the bad stuff. And then if you do research on the health benefits of hydrogen inside the body, it's enormous. There's hundreds of studies.
We're even looking at water.
Yes.
H2O.
Yeah, H2O, right? Hydrogen and oxygen, right? So hydrogen is the smallest element in the world, right? That's the first what is it called in the periodic table? It's the first element in the periodic table. It's the smallest thing. So the cool thing about hydrogen, it can go anywhere in any of our cells, right? So it can cross the blood-brain barrier and all those types of things. But the health benefits of it are super exciting. They help with blood sugar support, right? They help with weight loss. They help with cognitive support, and they help with cardiovascular support. So you think about those 5 things, it's like, oh my gosh, this one product is going to help with your energy, it's going to help with your gut health, it's going to help with your cognitive support, it's going to help your cardio, your heart, and it's going to help with your blood sugar levels and your weight. And it's like the most incredible product, and it's one product instead of 10. Right? So it's really exciting what this product is going to do. And so we believe it's going to help. It's going to be out, and by the end of June, it will be released. So we're just launching it, and
This is hot off the press.
it is hot off the press, and I'm so over the moon excited about it because I know it's going to have such a positive impact. And we believe we're going to sell out of our first batch quickly. So if it's still available, go to ExodusStrong.com and check the availability because I would get some quick because we're going to run out of our first batch soon because the response we're getting is real exciting. I was like, it's so much fun because I love to help people. And our goal is to get 1 million people to be reading their Bible every day through their health. So with this product, we're going to include a prayer guide that goes with it. We want you to do that same thing. We want you to use your mouth, we want you to use your eyes and your ears to declare it, and then you use the supplement, and it's going to help you. Instead of taking 10 pills, you can take 1. Or it's actually, we have 2. So we recommend the dose is 2 pills a day, and it's just going to help people with amazing problems and amazing issues, and then they're going to want to share it to help them. They're going to want to share it. So it's super.
So Rob, where can people follow you, or where can they obviously learn more about supplements? What email, or how would you like them to reach out to you?
Yeah, so I would go to either of the websites. So it's either QEstrong.com for the skin patches, right? So that's these that have 14 different products that help with pain or allergies or anxiety. And then Exodus is ExodusStrong.com. So ExodusStrong.com just has the supplement, and you can get access to me there. And then we are doing a really interesting referral program with the Exodus product. So if you like it and you refer it to somebody else, you can sign up with us and be an Exodus champion. And an Exodus champion means that you're going to get a code and you're going to refer it to your friend. If your friend uses your code, you get a 20% commission. So we just send you a commission every month by you sharing the product. So it's really neat. And then we will have a second tier. If your friend signs up, somebody and shares it, you'll get 5% of whatever your friend does. So it's not a multi-level marketing program. It's just a referral program. But it's really going to help people financially who like the product and want to share it with others. It's not going to make $1 million, but it's going to be a nice little bump in somebody's monthly income just by helping other people get healthy.
Absolutely. And what better way to do it than to get yourself healthy?
That's
be
right.
a walking, talking example of that. So personally, obviously, become a testimony of the I almost said medication as a nurse. The supplement. Oh my Lord. So
nutritional supplement, right?
Testament
The good
of
old
the supplement. So you can then experience it yourself, and then you won't even have to feel like you can be the example and tell them how you benefited, and so therefore they're going to want to have what you have, and that'll be awesome.
Yeah, that's right.
We all want to help each other be healthier, happier, and then also have the opportunity to be able to make some extra money on the side.
Yeah,
So,
we want people to be the way God intended you, right? God gave you this incredible body, so help it get back to the way it should be. That's why we say exit the old you, because many of us are just not where we want to be.
Right.
We may be doing mostly what we are wanting to do, but we're probably, most of us, including myself, are not where I want to be. So we need a little help. So once you get that little help, do it smart, get it with good nutrition, right? Get some sun, drink enough water, right? You need water, you need sun, you need to ground. I always love to tell people to ground, because that's something that my wife used to bug me about, and I thought she was crazy. I'm like,
well,
what?
I'm sure there's a lot of husbands out there that
Yeah.
think their wives are crazy.
Yeah, I got to take my shoes off and get them on the grass. What are you, nuts? And then I researched grounding. I'm like, oh, I'm such an idiot.
Well, it's good to be, set yourself free of feeling like you're an idiot, right?
Right, exactly.
So on this podcast, we set people free.
At least I'm normal, right? Yes. So now I understand how important grounding is. So I get my grounding, I get my vitamin D, I drink water, because I know that those are the foundations of things that we need, right? God gave us this incredible body, so get it what it needs. And then I use Exodus to, every day. It gives me energy, and it just keeps me, it gets rid of all the junk that's in my body and helps me do what I need to do. So I'm just over the moon excited.
Well, the body emotion is always emotion, and health is, if you don't have your health, sadly, you don't have a whole lot, because it's what we need to be able to serve and to, minister and just be all that we were created to be. So I just thank you, Rob, for your heart and your education, and how you really not only are in love with the product, but you're a walking, talking example of it. It's very evident. So thank you for sharing. And
God bless you and what you do. I'm just so impressed with your ministry and everything you're doing. Your retreat that you told me about, I was like, wow, you're such an amazing woman. I love what you do. So thank you for everything you do. It's really fun. God bless you.
All right, you guys, Exodus, gotta get it. And QE.
QE Strong.
QE Strong. You got to get her done. So this is Katie Huff with Setting Yourself Free podcast. Thank you, Rob. And we will call this a day. God bless.
God bless.
All right.
My name is Katie Huff Mortensen, and my ministry is Katie Huff Ministries out of Lolo, Montana. Unfortunately, women in general, a lot of times will have self-betrayal and shame and settling in their careers or in their relationships. And so I am in the process of helping them to be, do, and have all God created them to be, and to set themselves free from whatever is holding them back.
My wife went to her women's retreat and she came back a different woman. She had so much more confidence.
I would say in general, they do not see or recognize how they're worth. They're worthy of it all, and they've been, beat down from a career or a relationship or family relationships, or they're just shouldering so much of the past is one big thing. And then the other thing is not realizing who they are in the eyes of Christ, that they are forgiven, they are loved unconditionally, that there are no mistakes, there's only lessons, and that God's plan is so perfect. And so they go from walking in clay, not sure, a little depressed, sad, feeling terrible about their past and being stuck and not moving forward, knowing that there's something much bigger for them in the future.
I had the wonderful chance to meet Katie when I went to a conference, and the first thing I noticed about her is she had an amazing energy.
Well, great people like the women that have come in the past and continue to come is that they are coming because they know that there is light at the end of their struggle.
She's an awesome leader, a mentor.
I have seen over the last 14 years of doing this, women come in broken, and they are sad and depressed, frustrated, and they walk out smiling. They've had a breakthrough of what they can be, do, and have.
Attend her retreat, and you will never be the same.
I have known Katie Huff Mortensen for about 16 years, and she is just an amazing leader.
It is pretty incredible. It's in Paradise, Montana, and that's not by chance. It's an absolutely gorgeous surrounding. There's a hot springs there that women can relax in between sessions. They can have their cup of coffee in the morning in the hot springs. We have breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and the food is incredible. We are in a Camp Bighorn is the name of the location, and it is a Christian campsite. We have 2 sessions in the morning, we have 1 in the afternoon, and then this past year we actually did a ropes course where it was suspending ourselves and getting over fear, which was a huge stretch of your courage to be set free. And in this fall of last year, we actually went floating down the river in rafts as an excursion. We have the Bison Refuge as another excursion. So there's a big mix of, education and support and sessions, followed by outings and relaxation, great food, great camaraderie, sisterhood, where people feel very safe and they have major breakthroughs. They can buy tickets at Eventbrite under Katie-Huff Ministries. So katy-huff.com is the website that they can go to get more information. So Katie-Huff, HUFF.com on my website, and they can see where it says events. And the cost depends on their lodging in the sense that they have 3 different tiers of lodging. They can be on the river, and that is the best view. You're on the river. The second one is in a cabin with 2 queen beds, and then a third option. So the rooming is the difference between anywhere from $1,500 to $2,000 for those 4 days. And it includes everything in the food and the adventures and the lodging. I want you to go to katy-huff.com/events and fill out the form so I can call you and lead you from where you are today to the event in May 4th through the 7th, 2025 in Paradise, Montana, which is an incredible location where you will be set free to live your best life ever.